So my sister would hawk vegetables in the boot of the car during the week, and I'd help her when I'm around. And then on weekends, take it to the car wash on Friday.
Yeah.
We do our tours and our trips with
Right.
Keleta Katifu.
Right.
My perspective is in two.
Yeah.
If I can't afford it, I'll overwork until I afford it.
Yeah.
So at some point, I was a very, 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 very nasty workaholic.
Do people usually know what they want when they're coming
No.
for an MC?
No, that's what you propose.
Yeah.
So, because I asked them, like for corporates, I asked them, do you want an MC or a comedian? Because for the longest time, comedians have dominated the scene.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Financially Incorrect. I am your host, Barrack. Financially Incorrect is a podcast proudly sponsored and brought to you by FX Pesa. Remember, if you'd like to learn about trading, you can visit any of their locations in Nakuru, Thika, Kitengela, Kampala, or Eldoret. If you would like to have these lessons online, you can check out all the links in the description box. And as always, if you'd like to open a demo account, again, links in the description box. If you'd actually like to trade and make some money, links in the description box. FX Pesa are the people who allow us to bring you these fantastic conversations. So please do be sure to check them out. Last week, we had a conversation with CNG and the Dream, and we talked about the DJing industry and what's that like and the money that they've been able to make in this space, the mistakes they've made. We talked about their investing into the farming business and the money that they lost there. Wishing them all the best, I guess, in all of their endeavors moving forward. And it was clear to me that the DJing space is a lot bigger than I thought, and there's a lot more money than I pictured. I think one of these days we should have like just the cameras on, maybe not the ones that, Justin's handling, but like from here, just to capture the conversations that we have off camera and have that like as exclusive content. And I think you guys would get an even deeper insight into some of our guests and how they make money. It's really exciting because I guess there is a bunch of things that people aren't really comfortable with speaking out here. But anyway, moving on to today's episode, I think this is going to be a fiery conversation. But with me today on set, I have the only MC with an LLB.
One time.
Kibunjah on set with me.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Uko salama?
Niko salama. It's a privilege to be here.
Yeah.
My village people know I'm here today.
Yeah.
I told them.
You are coming to Financially Incorrect.
Financially Incorrect, so watch.
I think the last time we saw each other was actually... Was it in November?
November, the live event, recording.
The live event, yeah.
Yes.
Like 7 months ago.
How have you been?
Time has flown by. Mm-hmm. And now you're a father now.
Imagine.
Yeah?
Imagine.
2 months, you said?
2 months in.
Yeah.
Loving the journey.
Yeah.
Not sleeping a lot, but here we are.
What did you get for Father's Day? Because we're recording this 5 days after Father's Day.
5 days after. What did I get for Father's
Day?
Yeah. 2 interviews. Uh-huh. And a smile from my child.
the stepchild of all holidays.
Yes.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because you know how you have the main cast and supporting cast? Mothers are the main casts. Fathers are just supporting cast.
Yeah.
So we just get honorary mentions. Yeah. And... yeah,
That's
move
it. On. I actually got a really cool gift. It's a hoodie, and it's written. In fact, I wanted to wear it. Just that I forgot it. Mm-hmm. It's a hoodie and it's written "Dad" over here, and then it has the names of my two daughters. Right in between. I'll get a picture of it, but it was really cool. Very cool.
Sounds very nice.
So I enjoyed it, and then I have 3 brothers. We are all fathers in one way or another, I guess. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm the father in one way or another. The other ones are sires of their actual
they've
children.
sired.
Yes, they have sired children. I'm the one who hasn't, but father nonetheless. So we sort of met up as a family and we were celebrating. And then we had a really interesting discussion around just what I was talking to you about, why Father's Day is like a stepchild of holidays. And every time on Twitter I see people talking about you don't rely on your father's side of the family. And
most times, yeah.
Do you ever feel, I don't know, castigated about it? Or do you ever worry about that being your reality?
I don't worry about it. I know for a fact it will be, because we are only 2 of us in our family. Uh-huh. And my sister is abroad. So I think for the longest time, my daughter will not interact with her aunt that much.
Okay.
Whereas on my wife's side, there's 2 other grandchildren from the grandparents. So you see, she's leading 1-0, so I already accepted my fate.
Yeah.
Plus, also she has more siblings, so I think from her side, she'll have more uncles and aunts.
Yeah, that she'll lead from her side.
So Mimi already 1-0 down.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm really going to do my
You're
best.
fighting. You're fighting for.
I think I'm really going to try.
You'll
and
be in
do
my
what
prayers.
I can to,
I'll pray for
to
you.
ensure
At
that,
least one of us has to make it
that
out
like
of that hood.
that like my children don't have that deadbeat angle of my father's side of the family is like there's nothing
it's
there.
not all that.
There's no support. There's nothing.
Mine is even worse,
Yeah.
because now her shags will be one in Kiambu County, and the other one is in Mombasa by the beaches. So I've lost 2-0.
Yeah, like
But it's okay.
yours is done.
We'll move.
Yours is done. Anyway, okay. Moving on from Father's Day.
Yeah.
We're recording this, just I guess for context, we're recording this on the 19th of June.
19th of June.
The day after
History was made.
yes, by the middle class. The day after the Occupy Parliament,
and reject finance bill.
protest. Yes,
2024.
yes, which you are well and truly part and parcel of. I wasn't able to physically attend the protest.
So what did you do?
I played my part.
How so?
I contributed to I've forgotten the name of the pay bill.
Oh, the Occupy
But
Parliament.
the guys who are helping bail people out.
With bailing,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah. So that's
Okay, thank you.
I really wanted to be there. I guess my day just didn't sort of line
Thank
up
you
and
for
I
that.
wasn't able to
Thank
be
you for
there.
that,
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah.
It's the showing up.
Yeah.
Of course, the showing up is the Oscars, but guys supporting through retweeting,
Yeah.
posting, using the hashtag, making
Yeah.
noise online,
Yeah.
and also contributing towards the kitty.
Yeah.
That's even more effective as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, because now there's a tendency of the guys who are on the streets don't have jobs. They have a lot of time on their hands and they're very idle.
Yeah.
But then now, when the efforts are combined,
Yeah.
guys on the streets, guys online, and guys contributing
Yeah.
towards guys who've been arrested,
Yeah.
now it amplifies the voice even more.
Yeah.
So it's not only one person with a microphone in the streets.
Yeah.
There's speakers all around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Thanks. My first question actually for you is, because I guess from the conversation that we had before this, you seem to have participated in multiple protests from Boni with the pigs and all of those.
Yeah.
So I want to sort of ask you, have you seen a difference in the showing up of people from any of the previous protests that you've been in and what you saw yesterday or what you were a part of yesterday?
Yes. I think as we've moved on, I've been to like 3 or 4. One, of course, was very in line with my career.
Yeah.
So that one I can't count it a lot.
Yeah.
But what I've seen is the age difference gets younger and younger. And number 2, the numbers keep increasing. And then the third one, and this is I don't know how to phrase it correctly.
Yeah.
But the class has been changing. Yeah.
The people who
The
are
people
on the
who are
streets.
on the streets,
Okay.
yes. The class, the
Yeah.
middle class, lower class, it's
Yeah.
been changing. And that has helped a lot in amplifying the one voice. Because before, like yesterday,
Yeah.
we were asking the border guys,
Yeah.
why are you guys not helping? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then at first they were like, you guys didn't come for Baba's Maandamano, so we can't help you. Like, no, but finance bill is affecting everyone.
Yeah.
And Baba's Maandamano, we didn't have information because it wasn't on social media. We
Yeah.
just saw people enter the streets.
Yeah.
And like, hapana, atasisi hatukuona, we didn't see.
Yeah.
Until now, there is the rubber hit the road.
Yeah.
Tear gas came to their doorstep.
Yeah.
That's when they joined in. And now, what that helped, like for us, was
Yeah.
like, we need to amplify the voice past social media, especially the middle class, because yesterday's was a middle class protest.
Yeah.
Amplify it outside social media, educate guys like a day before, find other channels to put out the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were to, I guess, maybe give us a narration, a narration, sorry, on your involvement. So you wake up yesterday morning.
Yes.
Did you know you're going to go for the protest from onset, or it was?
Yes,
Like
yes.
I have my sister-in-law who went, and she said, we were with her on Sunday, said nothing about it. Or my sister-in-law has a 3-month-old right now.
Okay. Same kindergarten parents.
3-month-old right now, and she told me she woke up in the morning and she was just convicted. She just said she was convicted. She was going to go for this protest. So she tells my brother, her husband, and she told me that he didn't even like really believe she was going to go. And then she showed up. I know my wife also wanted to go. She just had she runs an online bakery and she just wasn't able to like put the orders off, and so she couldn't go. But so she told me she just woke up and she was like, "This is something that we're doing," and she went and she did. And in fact, she left the protest because she needed to go and pump.
Oh,
yeah, that's why she left the.
We
protest.
celebrate you. We celebrate you. For me, from the onset, once I saw the post, I was like, yes, let's go. Because my wife and I were having the discussion about the finance bill, and we were asking each other, what do we do? What do we do? Because it's hectic for her with a 2-month-old.
Yeah,
she also was on the way.
Yeah,
and then baby was like, "I'm fussy. You guys are not going anywhere."
Yeah.
So mine was prior. Once the poster started coming out, I was like, I'm going. And I told her, I'm going to be there no matter what. And she's like, "Hey, you carry me." I'm like, "We'll go. If the day allows, we'll go." But then we have a new boss now. So and she remained behind. But I told her, you amplify the voice online. What I'll do is I'll just give you live locations and tell you who we are with. Right. But from the onset, both of us knew we wanted to be part and parcel of this particular thing, because we are the kind of people who will voice out frustration. Because the silent will always get mistreated. But if you speak up, people will start knowing this is not the norm. This is not how it should be. So we knew from the onset, and me, I was prepared. I had picked out my outfit. I was coming from a gig in Costo, and I had said I want to rest. But then when I saw the poster, I was like, we are going. I don't care how tired I'll be. Monday we sleep. Tuesday, tear gas and water. Decided.
Okay. So you get up. You know you're going for the protest. What time do you get to CBD?
I think I left the house at 10:30. So I don't live far from CBD. So I think 15 minutes. By 11:30, 11:45, I was there. I can't quite tell what time I got there. But also there was a lot of traffic as we were going. So we get there. First of all, before I left the house, I had on a tracksuit. It was black, and on the side had yellow stripes. I'm confident it's all black. I stepped into the sitting room. My wife is like, "Hey, black and yellow. If you know, you know. Yellow." So okay, sour. Let me change. I went back to all black. And then now we left, got to CBD. As we were getting in, there was a lot of communication among us guys I knew were going for the protest. Right. So I called one of the guys. She's like, right now CBD is hot. Wherever you are, either you are light and walk slowly, choose routes that are not hotcakes. Right. So we choose a route. I always say, if you're going for Maandamanos, choose a route where there's a school, a hospital, or petrol station. They are unlikely to come and cause chaos over there. So we choose our route. I won't say, because maybe on Thursday I'll use the same route. So we choose our route. We get into CBD. Around Jivanji, there's a lot of police presence. So we know they've dispersed. So for those who don't know, there's usually a bunge la wananchi around Jivanji or inside Jivanji. Of which I wish they also came out, because they have very unique perspectives. If you're ever in CBD and you have some time to pass, please go and listen to those bunge la wananchi guys. They have interesting perspectives. Sometimes some things are not practical, but when you listen, you can twist it and turn it to a practical solution. Right. So they were not there. So we knew for a fact our warning was legit. Because if you find Jivanji without the bunge la wananchi guys, you know for a fact that there's heavy police presence. Right. So we walked down Moi Avenue. First of all, we were skeptical, because we are like 3-4 of us. We're in all black. So we go into a hotel. We say, let's check the atmosphere. Right. We stay for like 10, 15 minutes. Then we're like, you know what? Moy Avenue is still functional.
Yeah.
Where's the tear gas? Around Nation Center.
Yeah.
Let's walk down Moy Avenue.
Yeah.
So we walk down. As we go, we keep meeting more guys with black T-shirts, black outfits, placards. We're like, oh, guys have moved from that other side. Sorry, that other side.
Yeah.
Now they're on this side. So we walk down and decide now it's time for camouflage.
Yeah.
So we put on different colored hoodies, but with the same message. So the message was Form Nigani. Because like, okay, you want to overtax guys, etc.
Right.
What's the radar?
Right.
Form Nigani. So that's where we meet now a lot of people, and we encounter our first tear gas canister. Now we are baptized. So now it's full gas, no brakes.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how it went. And our mantra was one.
Yeah.
These police officers are usually in the camp, so let's give them a tour of CBD. They don't come to CBD.
Yeah.
So we'd go on one street. Once they come on this other side, we choose another.
side.
When they come on this other side, we choose another. Until now, the guys I'm envious of is guys who got to Holy Family Basilica because they were this close.
They are this close to getting to parliament.
To occupy parliament. Yeah, but I want to applaud everyone
who showed up.
Whatever street you were on.
Yeah.
My Oscar goes to the guys who made it to Holy Family.
Yeah.
Salute, thank you.
Yeah.
But everyone who showed up online, you've sent money, you've come to the streets, we've cooled tear gas together.
Yeah.
Salute.
Sorry, I'll ask you a question. From what you experienced and what you saw and sort of, like, I guess, playing cat and mouse with the cops, was there a specific type of person that the cops were trying to arrest? Or was it whoever they could find?
Not whoever they could find. They were looking for the vocal guys. So anywhere there was a chant, that's where they target their tear gas canisters.
Yeah.
And I want to applaud everyone who was on in the offices, the 5th floors, the top floors. They were really giving us warnings.
Yeah. Also, they tell you, like,
Left,
they're coming from this side. Right.
Like, I remember the most vivid memory I have was we were around Naivas Kimathi, and the police were at, what's the hotel? New Stanley. And the guys on Kimathi House, they were looking down and telling us on that side.
Yeah.
So they'd whistle, we'd look around, because when you hear the whistle, either someone is warning you, or someone is telling you, we need to leave this space, or we need to move forward.
Yeah.
So we'd hear a whistle, hear the second time, we see guys atop the buildings, they're like, behind us.
Yeah.
So they'll either shoot through the building, so it lands where we cannot see, or they shoot straight.
Right.
Yeah, so applaud those guys.
Yeah.
And they were targeting mainly the vocal people.
Yeah.
Because there's guys, I thought I was loud.
Yeah.
There's
They were loud guys.
There's guys who are very, very loud.
Yeah.
They'd start a chant,
Yeah.
and you'd hear it from the back, like away from like 30 or 50 people, and you join in. So those were the guys they were targeting, and guys who are maybe in a line, 4 or 5 in black. Yeah, I'd say that's what I saw.
Okay. 2 other questions on this subject matter. Yeah. The first one is I want to ask ratio of men to women at the protest. Because again, I've heard and seen a few narratives that there were more women than men at the protest, and then like women were the ones who were really leading this revolution, so to speak.
Women are the one who are leading this revolution. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, because they got there earlier than most of us, and the first batch of group to be arrested were women.
Yeah.
And they didn't relent.
Yeah.
In the cell.
Yeah.
Where they were.
Yes, we've seen the videos.
You've seen the videos.
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
singing and chanting.
Yeah.
Even when they were threatened, they kept singing and chanting. So I want to applaud all the women who came out, all the women who amplified the social media message, all the women who contributed.
Yeah.
Because I'd see even iconic artists
showing
us their M-Pesa message. We've sent money. Send.
Yeah.
So the women really came out.
Yeah.
And thank you to the women.
Okay. Last question. What does it feel like? Because I didn't experience it personally, but what does it feel like to be in the midst of that, that crowd and that chant, and there's the risk of being arrested. There's the tear gas. You're sort of trying to run from. You're trying to, whether it's getting into a Java. Here, Java, really did like quite a job in taking people in.
Yeah.
What does that actually? Can you try and, I guess, for those of us who want physically there, describe whether it's an adrenaline rush.
So first of all, the first feeling that comes to you in that particular moment is pride.
Yeah.
You're proud that you're standing with fellow Kenyans against something that will not only oppress the top, the middle, and the bottom.
Yeah.
It will not only, oppress the bottom, but all through the ladder.
Yeah.
And so you're seeing guys from all walks of life,
Yeah.
seeing guys who are your fans, seeing guys who you interact with on social media, you've never met. You're like, we are in one common goal and we are fighting together. There's a sense of pride.
Yeah.
But when the tear gas now fires,
Yeah.
the adrenaline now. I was telling some guys, we were having the conversation with you as well. It reminded me of campus days.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when I went like for the first 2 demonstrations ever in my life. So there's an adrenaline, and then there is that pride, and then there is, okay, let's show you.
Yeah.
You think you can calm the voice of the people?
Yeah.
We'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because now also you're always wondering, even as you're running around, are these police officers? I know they're disciplined forces, but are they not in the same economy as we are?
Yeah.
Can they not see what we are going through?
Yeah.
It cuts across no matter who you are. Yeah. So there's also that particular aspect.
Yeah. And in earnest, I mean, you as a quote-unquote protester yesterday, like in earnest, you did not do anything violent, nor did anyone around you do anything that warranted, any sort of violence or, destroying businesses or anything like that. Yeah.
Yesterday's protests were the most peaceful
Yeah.
I have seen or participated in.
Yeah.
Guys just wanted to walk to parliament, occupy and sit on the road and wait for the bunges.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
There was no destruction of property. We didn't want to fight cops.
Yeah.
We didn't want to have a run around. It's just that now you can't stand and be attacked.
Right.
So you have to run.
Yeah.
But violence was not even on the table.
Yeah.
Was not even a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
peaceful protests. Hear our voices.
Yeah.
Hear us out.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I mean, hopefully they do, right? Hopefully they do.
We hope so.
We hope they do.
Yeah.
I know that you grew up, based on the research that I guess we have. I know that you grew up in a military household and background. So I want to ask you a question based off of something that you said, because you said, you're looking at the cops and the law enforcement officers and wondering, are you guys not in the same economy that we are in? Like, these things will affect you as much as they are me. Why are you doing this? So I want to ask, from growing up and from what I guess you saw when you're growing up in a military space, what's the consciousness behind someone like that? Is it you're just following an order because you have been given the order and so nothing else matters?
Yeah, I that's interesting because I asked my dad once why the disciplined forces will not reason like the normal mwananchi.
Yeah.
And he told me they're called disciplined forces for a reason. Once you go into that camp, they remove all the humanity you have. So most of them are like robots. Because also my dad, for the longest time, he was, this follows this, follows this, follows this.
Yeah.
There is no way you can jump step 4 and still make it to step 6. For him, it was like that until now. My sister and I have challenged his thought process a lot.
Right.
But the one rule, and it makes sense to date, he told me, was anytime they were to go out to do something, the rule was amri ni kuu kuliko mwenye kuitoa. The order is greater than the one giving it. So they have to obey the order no matter what. Yeah, so now I understand the balance sometimes, but also my question is the psyche behind. Yes, the amri has been given, that's the rule, etc. But you're also suffering like we are suffering in whatever circumstances that we are pushing against.
Yeah.
So when do you balance the humanity aspect?
Yeah.
When do you drop the amri niku?
Yeah.
But from research also, across the world, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah, so it's just a psyche that maybe we need to understand or study.
Yeah.
Yeah, because until my dad explained that, I sort of got it.
Yeah.
But then I still have questions about the human aspect because you have children.
Yeah.
Your
And
children
you have bills you're paying.
You have bills you're paying.
And the same bread you're eating is the same bread I'm going to eat. It's not going to be any different or the cancer treatment, or the whatever the case is,
or the deeds, the title deeds, or the taxes you're paying, or the maternity you'll go to. It's the same. So the rule is there, and it's ingrained in them. But also you want to understand the psyche behind, why can't I go against this rule? Yes, I'm a disciplined force, but why? Why can't I even not do the tear gas but block people?
I mean, what did it take for your dad? I mean, you're saying that you and your sister have challenged him to the point where now I guess he's possibly thinking a bit different. What did it take for him to get to the point that it did even?
Age.
Yeah.
Age. Because now he's like, I can't fight these guys. These guys have ideas. They're grown up.
Yeah.
They've made their choices. It got to a point where he decided, you know what? As long as you're able to stand on your own 2 feet, you can fend for yourself. I'll no longer push you guys into careers I want you guys to go into or into lives I want you guys to live. So I think as they age, because there's not much strength, they're like, okay, I can see from his angle this thing is working, but I still want to emphasize this other principle. So for him, I think it's age. Because every now and then, like when my daughter was born, he was like, now you have to give up that MCing. Then I sent him an M-Pesa. It's like, it's from MCing. Now you have to balance life. So age is catching up, and then there's results. So I think that's what has moved him from the straight, traditional to
So what was it like? What was it like in your household? Growing up, and I guess on a government military salary. What was it like growing up?
So to rectify I grew up in the military. No, he used to be in the Air Force before the 82. So after 82, they were relieved of their duties. They in fact won their case 4 years ago, but the money has not been released. So after they were not decommissioned, what were they done? They were fired, for lack of a better word. After they were fired, now he went to school in the UK, came back, and so I've not seen him in the Air Force. I've seen him as an engineer. But now the Air Force side, I've seen from his certificates, his medals, and how he lives life. So how he lives life, that's what I can speak to, which was very disciplinarian. And then now it doesn't help that my mom is a firstborn. So both are very, very strict. In fact, my mom was calling me yesterday, I hope you're not in that Maandamano. I hope you're not in that Maandamano. I'm like, I'm not answering your phone call. I'll text you, badai. So she calls my wife. My wife is like, he didn't tell me where he's going. Anyway, so life for us was strict measures. School, not going to the neighbors. After homework is when you can interact with other kids. And then from an early age, my dad was all about remedial classes. Not because we were not performing, but because he was like, you need to be the best of the best. Because of the training from the Air Force, best of the best, top of the class, top of the medals, etc. So that's how my childhood was like. And adventurous. Where we used to live in Kiambu. Before Kiambu, I went the other day.
Kiambu became Kiambu.
Kuna traffic jam. Anyway, I'll vent another day. So Kiambu was mainly village-ish. So we're the kids who are stealing sugarcane from the neighbor, swimming in the river, very adventurous, but also in the house, very, very strict.
So even in his, I guess, military life, operations, was he like that with money as well? Did he give you guys money at all? Did you see money or?
We saw money, but we saw money according to his calculation. Because I remember for the longest time in campus, I didn't board in campus. Because Kiambu and Parklands. It's a one matatu thing. So while I was in campus is when they were building the superhighway. And in Kenya, when they are building public transport, wanakuaga, tuna overcharge. He used to give me 500 bob for the whole week. And I asked him for lunch, to print handouts. He's like, no, go read in the library. 500 bob itakutosha. Si lazima ukule lunch. I don't eat lunch. So for him, it was like, how I have lived my life is how you guys are going to live. I remember him taking things out of my sister's shopping bag in high school because he's given her some money. which for him is calculated ni shopping plus pocket money.
Yeah.
But ajambia sistangu. So my sister is like, you know what? This money is shopping.
Yeah.
Grabs, blue bands, cocoa. My dad would come and say, open that bag.
Yeah.
Pick them out. Pick them out. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You need pocket money. So I'm picking out all these things, calculate the price and give you the money back. That's your pocket money. So he was very, very strict with finances. Can't wait to see how he will be like with a grandchild.
Yeah.
But he was very, very strict.
Yeah.
And how he viewed life financially is how he gave us the monies to live that particular picture he had.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, between your dad and your mom, who was more financially astute, or who handled the finances in the family?
My dad.
Yeah.
My dad used to work for KQ.
Okay.
So he was also an MCA.
An MCA?
In Shags. MCA. Before the MCAs came. We go with him to Shags and I see him distributing money. I'm like, bro, so nipatie kama pocket money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was the guy.
Yeah.
And I respect him for that.
What do you think that experience, like you've talked about seeing him take stuff out of your sister's shopping bag for school, or even the 500 bob and not, and saying, I don't eat lunch, you don't have to eat lunch either. What did that do for you in your understanding of money and the use of spending money?
It taught me a rule he says now in his later days. His biggest pet peeve with Kenyans is that we don't respect the shilling like the Americans respect the dollar. So now when he told me that whole concept about respecting the dollar, because they're always like US dollar is the top, it's number one world currency, they respect the dollar way too much. And so now I think what he was trying to teach us was respect every coin. Because he also had a saying about saving matchboxes, because he used to be told matchbox in Asia. He's like, what do you mean? Save a match to buy a car. I'm like, no, a match cannot buy a car. But save a match to buy a car for him was utilize every little penny you have to the maximum. So don't be spendthrift. Don't spend your money because your neighbor is spending money. Don't spend your money because the guys you live around are using money in a certain way. But utilize every coin. So it made me, my perspective is in two. If I can't afford it, I'll overwork until I afford it. So at some point I was a very, 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 very nasty workaholic. Like just work. Where are you? It's 12 noon. At 2 p.m. Can you be here by 2 p.m.? We do a gig, sir. How much are you giving, sir? I'll be there by 2:30. Like, you don't even respect your own personal time. So that's what the coin, the two sides of the coin is I respect every coin. And then number two is I will work hard until I can afford it. It's not expensive, just that I'm not working hard enough. That's the other perspective.
Okay. So if I'm to get into your career choice, now actually wait, one interesting question before I get into your career choice, right? If you look back, based on what you're saying about how your dad was trying to maximize every shilling, if you look back now retrospectively, of course being an adult, now being a family man, among other things, do you think you guys could have afforded to live a more luxurious lifestyle than you did?
Yes, I think so. Because there's a time he decided to buy a house in Komarok, and he only took 3 months before he bought the house. And my mom caused, like, I don't want to live in Kiambu. I want to go to Komarok. You're going to hammer. If you're not hammering, I'm not talking to you. Like, calm down, woman. So I think if he was not that strict, we could have. But also, in retrospect, I know, like now he's told me things about how he financed some of my cousins' school fees, some of his sisters' lifestyles, not school fees, lifestyles. And now I see where the money was going to. I understand him because it's a whole, again, when you become a father, like I think your father opens up a lot. Because now he's opened up to me a lot and telling me how, backstory, he didn't grow up with his parents. He was shipped off to his aunt. Because his aunt didn't have a child and there were like 5 others on this other side. So he grew up an only child with an aunt. So he felt a disconnect. I don't know whether I'll get him to open up, but I think as a kid, he felt like he was disowned. I don't know. Because now your brothers and sisters are across.
Right.
In Nyeri, you're in Nyandaro with your aunt, who's an aunt you've known as a grown kid.
Right.
It's not an aunt you've known like Meishinae.
Right.
So I feel like he was trying to compensate for that gap.
Yeah.
And you understand these things when you start going through them as well.
Yeah.
So I understand him. We could have, but I am glad we didn't.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'd be this hardworking. I don't think I'd be this quote unquote balanced.
Yeah.
If I grew up in a different setting or in a
more luxurious
settings.
Okay. So anyway, so you're barely seeing money through your childhood in terms of you for yourself.
Yes.
But you guys are not lacking anything.
Yeah.
I guess living in a really good typical middle class home in Kenya. Then you get to law school. Parklands.
KU, Kenyatta University Parklands.
Oh, you went.
campus.
It was Kenyatta University Parklands campus. I thought it was the University of
Nairobi. My letter was from the Coast campus. My dad was like, no, you'll get into drugs. Look for another one with him.
So then
I landed at Kenyatta.
Where is the one in KU actually? I went to the Nairobi. Collins, do you know where the KU campus is? He was also in
KU?
No, University of Nairobi. Parklands Law Campus as well.
Oh, Parklands.
Yeah.
Collins.
Yes.
Law.
Yes.
I might need to see some certificates.
Anyway, yes, he was.
The Parklands one is, how do I explain this to you? Kipande Road? No, Kipande Road?
No, I'm really bad with the names of roads. Landmarks.
Ngara?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Right.
Fig Tree Ngara. There's a road that comes all the way to Westlands. So the first junction, I think the place is called Havila or Havana. There's a club there called Havana.
Yes.
You turn right
and
then left.
Okay.
Yeah. So near Kenya Power.
I have an idea now. I have a better idea now.
Or past MKU from this other side.
I have a better idea now. Okay. So anyway, get through your law degree essentially.
Yes.
Right? No mishaps or anything necessarily.
I'm missing marks. Again,
as usual.
Yeah, as usual.
Yeah, but I guess that's for everybody. So you finish. At what point do you make the decision to become an MC and say, this law degree is great, fantastic, awesome. Yeah, I have that in my back burner, but I want to pursue something else.
So remember the 500 bob for weekly transport?
Yes.
It's not allowance.
Yeah.
So I decided, I'm going to devise ways to make money.
Yeah.
Before I joined campus, I was at Sitam, now Sitam Valley Road. Then it was NPC Valley Road.
Right.
And my sister had introduced me to selling earrings.
Selling earrings?
Yes. Okay. So I'm selling earrings to guys, the African ones, the ones that are Kijabe Street. So I'm making money for my trips to ex-candidate program and back home. So when I get into campus, I'm still entrepreneurial and I join a dance group. So that's how I'm making my extra money for handouts, extra money for lunch. I went through campus with the lunch money, not from my parents.
Not because you're not being given lunch.
So after I graduate, after a year's delay, I'm like, my whole cohort has gone ahead.
Yeah.
What do I do with this 1 year? Because I was still waiting for my cert to come out.
Right.
Like 1 year, I have 1 year. I get a job opportunity at Full House. Full House Music. That's where Holy Dave, Echo Dida were recording back in the days, the gospel scene. So I get an opportunity, and a babe called Bilha Ngaroya is like, you know what? I've seen you MC at a dance competition, and we are doing a tour. We want to do 52 churches in a year. So that's a church every week. And the tour is called Safisha Tour. So that's where I meet Keleta Katifu, Christ Cycles. That's where I meet Ben Psycho. I meet Moji, Didi Man. I meet Akina Clinton. I meet the Tapa Brother. Meet a group called Recap. That's where I meet them first time. So we do the tour. We go around the city. We go Eldoret. And I'm like, this side has money.
That's because you're being paid as an MC.
I'm being paid as an
MC. How
MC.
much were you being paid at that time?
Fluctuating anywhere between 2,000 and 5K.
Per per gig.
Every 5 or so gigs.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting food, I'm getting transport.
Okay.
I am MCing.
Okay.
I'm with top hip hop groups. So
Yeah.
I feel like these are also creative. There's a thing about group dynamics.
Yeah.
If you're moving together and this thing appears to be working, you're very comfortable.
Yeah.
So it appeared to be, it was not working. Now that I look back at it,
Yeah.
it was not working. But it appears to be working because I'm with Barrack
Yeah. And we are all here.
every Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm with Collins every Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's go. So through the week I'll miss you. Then see you on Sunday. We catch up. The week was like this.
We have a fun.
Yeah. So you feel like we are moving together.
Yeah.
But essentially you are going nowhere. You're just busy. So that was the pay grade. And then they introduced another weekly tour. Now that had myself. I can't remember the DJ's name. It's very famous right now. There was a DJ, and then now we had Alan Aaron and Holy Dave. We do high school tours. So on the high school tours, I'm getting fed and I'm getting like 500 for every tour.
Yeah.
Not every tour, but every now and then again.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I can make money. If I'm consistent, I can make money.
Yeah.
So we do that, and I'm like, this side just needs structure.
Yeah.
That's when now I start devising, how do I, because I've learned, one, the agency bit of artists.
Right.
Because Full House was a studio, but operating as an agency. Because now they are booking shows for us. They're not necessarily paying us what we should be paid.
But
they're booking shows. We seem busy, and we have a social media footprint.
Yeah.
Because now, when I look back, that footprint, I meet guys that are like, you came to my school you came to my church in this year. I'm like, what? You remember?
Yeah.
There's a footprint, and these guys now are the guys I've come to learn later.
Yeah.
They give me their weddings, they give me their corporates, because now, with age, you're advancing in your career.
Right.
So, I get that brilliant idea to pursue entertainment.
Yeah.
We didn't finish the tour. We went to like 32nd or 33rd church. After that, we settled at this church known as Deliverance Church Donholm. And Pastor George, now he's Reverend George Masharia, he gives us a home. So now, I'm leaving Kiambu to go to Donholm. Because why? I'm used to this full year, almost a full year. I've been with these guys, and I feel that group dynamics again. And I'm from a dance group, so group dynamics 1, group dynamics 2.
Right.
So we start now moving around like that until Keleta Katifu are like, we need a manager who can help us. So we sit down, we devise a plan, we do a full album, we do campus tours.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, what entertainment needs is a structure.
Are you guys making money at this time?
This time now with Kelele?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because now they have a hit song. Itakuwa Ngori. Every church is giving us 30K, some are giving 50K.
Yeah.
We are 3 of us.
Yeah. Who was in Kele? Who was in?
Keleta Katifu had Moji Shot Baba and Didi Man.
Yeah.
Now Moji Shot Baba is alone.
Yes.
Didi Man is under Wekatik. That's the Timeless Noel Jabdi Didi Man. So we're making money now.
Yeah.
Now the 30K is making sense because we're used to 500, 3,000 here and there, food. So the 30K start coming in.
Yeah.
Now we start touring. Then we had Toyota East. It belonged to my mom, but she didn't drive it much. So it was my sisters and I.
Right.
So my sister would hawk vegetables in the boot of the car during the week, and I'd help her when I'm around. And then on weekends, take it to the car wash on Friday.
Yeah.
We do our tours and our trips with Keleta Katifu.
Right.
That car served us. I'd drive in the middle of the night. We were coming from Kakamega, Nakuru. It's 2 a.m. There's a day we did 3 towns back to back. We did Kakamega, then came to Nakuru on Saturday, then did Nairobi on Sunday. And I was like, I'm touring like a USA hip-hop artist. Let's go. I'm not going to KSL. I'm not going to KSL to do
and
what?
you're not taking any money from your pocket to do any of these
Nothing.
things.
They're sending fuel.
Okay.
We fuel the car. We go, we come.
Okay.
Fuel is like what? It's a Toyota East.
And that time fuel was
affordable.
70 bob. Yeah.
Was affordable.
Yeah.
So it begins making sense for me that entertainment can work as long as there's structure.
Yeah.
Now, where it hits me after Itakuwa Ngori and we launched the album, we do campus tours. We are making calls. We are booking campuses. Coca-Cola is sending us drinks, not money. So we are like, by like 7th or 8th gig, these guys will give us money.
Yeah.
We get a scam artist.
You get a scam artist.
Scam artist in the name of Church Base. So Church Base was a guy, a pastor's kid.
That is alias.
Yes.
Okay, good.
No, it's the company's name.
Oh.
He was a pastor's kid.
Yeah.
Who had come up with, get this, a Facebook for Christians.
A what?
A Facebook for Christians.
A Facebook for Christians.
Yes.
Okay.
Facebook pages were big back then.
Yes.
So they come up with a Facebook for Christians and they're like, you guys will activate, we'll give guys credit and then we'll give you some money. We are waiting for the money. First tour, nothing.
Yeah.
Second tour, nothing. That tour we get a bit, because we did like 7 campuses.
Yeah.
That tour we get some money. We're like, okay, fuel. I'm still living with my parents.
Yeah.
Moji, I think, is still living in Kitengela with grandma. Didi was living with a brother in Rongai.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's not essentially, we're not making money for until we can live separately from our dependence or dependency. So it's money for the pocket. It's money for shoes, for
to keep you
for Luku.
Yeah.
So the guy gives us money the first time. Second time they complain. There was no onboarding on the platform. So we devise ways of guys getting on the platform. How do we devise them? We get the dancers who are coming to dance with me on stage and Keleta Katifu to join the platform. So by the 4th one, they're like, oh, guys are joining. So they release more money.
Yeah.
5th or 6th one, we're like, guys love Facebook.
Yeah.
You're not going to imitate. And they join.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's do an activation. Guys download the app. We give them credit.
Yeah.
You pay us for that activation.
Yeah.
Now, that's when I didn't know back then what we were doing is agency work.
Yeah.
Because we were essentially bringing them customers. Now, when we sat down, they were later discovered as a scam after like our 4th campus tour. They left. They didn't come back. They were exposed.
Yeah.
I can't remember who exposed them. They were exposed and we were like, oh, damn. Our brands are done. Now we are working with con artists. It is over for us. We have a hit song. It is done. But then it didn't get to us. Yeah. So we do the album. We do the tours. They release another song. By the time they're releasing another song, money checks in from what's this company? Why am I forgetting their name?
Coke?
No, Safaricom.
Safaricom, right.
Yes, Safaricom. Money checks in because the jingle became now. The song was Itakuwa Ngori, Bila Yesu Itakuwa Ngori.
Yeah, I know the song.
Now the jingle becomes Bila Data Itakuwa Ngori, Safcom Itakuwa Ngori.
Right,
so they make money. Was I in the meeting? No. I discover later they've been paid like 250 G's, like proper money.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell me.
How are you not in the meeting yet? You're the manager.
So now what happened is let's say Kolo, I know Kolo.
Yeah.
No. If I need something from FX, just Kolo.
Yeah.
See, FX can come and sponsor my gig.
Right.
So essentially it's my relationship, not my manager's relationship with Kolo. It's my relationship. So it was a relationship between either one of them.
Right.
So money checks in, and granted we didn't have a contract at mini manager agent. So I was hurt, but also I was like, okay, sawa kuna contract hapa. That's when I decided, okay, this thing I don't think is working now. Let me now go to Kenya School of Law.
Yeah.
So but after that 1 year I knew I'll come back
to
this space.
Okay.
So what made me go back to Kenya School of Law is a friend of mine called Jack Marwa. He goes by the alias DJ Smurf Selector. DJ Smurf Selector is a really dope DJ.
Yeah.
He's a DJ, he has sound, he's an actual scientist, and he works in an insurance company. So I was like, how are you able to balance? So we sit down, he tells me, you see, this one's our weekends, so you can do weekdays. I'm like, oh, okay. The insurance company he was working for then, the owner had the first ever screens to be on in malls. I think they were called Magnet Ventures or something. So the owner of the insurance company had that, and I had met him in their lunchroom.
Yeah.
Very smart chap. So I was like, how are you able to balance this insurance thing and still have time for marketing and experiential marketing? So what he did for me is he showed me it's possible to balance legal and MCing.
Yeah.
So I decided, you know what, 2016, back to school.
Yeah.
I joined. By this time, the letter has come, but I'm ignoring going to the post office.
Yeah.
But my dad is on my neck. You have to finish. I go, I pick my letter, I register, and I join KSL. So I close MCing for like a year. But in between my leaving, or it's not a falling out because we are friends.
Yeah.
The separation from Kelele Takatifu and my joining KSL, I met a guy called Johnson Juma. Then he was a graphics designer. Now he works, I think, for BBC. Shout out to you, Johnson. Johnson now gives me an opportunity for a gig called Verse 5. So Verse 5 is a gig that happens quarterly at Memorial Park, purely gospel hip-hop.
Yeah.
And I'm the lead MC.
Yeah.
Where did they get me? The footprint from Safisha Tours. So they're like, this guy can hold a crowd. So they give me like 2 or 3 years before now I join KSL officially. Or even during KSL, 3 years.
Yeah.
And now that's where my brand expands proper. That's where I see the power of MCing.
Right.
Because now they identify Verse 5 with Kibunjah and Kibunjah with Verse 5.
Right.
In fact, when I left Verse 5, apologies, Chuma. When I left Verse 5, it just dipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, hey, every time they go for a gig, I'm not there. Kibunjah, ulikuwa wapi Verse 5, nini?
Yeah.
So now I start now seeing my power as an MC, but I'm still heartbroken. It was not in... We didn't go as far because we had elaborate plans for Kelele Takatifu. Yani, Africa.
Yeah.
But now I'm heartbroken because that vision has not peaked. I decide KSL.
Yeah.
So I go back to KSL. I go to KSL rather. And I finish my
postgrad. And you become an advocate of...
I don't become an advocate. I was almost quitting, by the way, a week to my bar exam. I was feeling frustrated because now I'm with a group. We are living off our talents, living off in quotes.
Yeah.
But I feel like this thing is choking me.
Yeah.
But then some friends of mine, Nadia, who else was there? Nancy. There's a group.
Yeah.
A group of people who are together. Nadia, Nancy, V, Akina Pato. Shout out to you guys. They're like, we've already done the whole year. Let's finish. So we finish. I don't pass the bar exam. I get like 7 Ps. And then I'm like, let me look now for pupillage.
Yeah.
It's party pupillage.
Yeah.
Now I decide, you know what? If a gig comes, whatever comes first, pupillage or a gig, I'm pursuing it for life.
Yeah.
So I made the risk. A gig came that weekend. And I decided,
And you took the gig.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk about, I guess, the monetary growth. What was your monetary growth as an MC? So as you're saying, you're taking this gig that weekend.
Yes.
How much is it that you were taking at that point in time, and how does it grow to where it is now?
At that time, I'm taking 10K.
Okay.
Because now with DJ Smurf, he's venturing into weddings. I mean, I've never thought about MCing weddings. So he's like, come hype for me, these guys, because you can dance. We'll give you small money. So my first proper pay MCing was 5K. That 5K, hey, Sanford knows my 3 names. That 5K we bashed.
Yeah.
Hey, we ate, bana.
Yeah.
Hey. So now it's a series of weddings far apart, like 3-4 months, because he's also getting into the scene. 3-4 months you get a 5K. 3-4 months you get a 5K. So now it increases after the Verse 5 gigs. Because now guys are getting to see you more, and now they're identifying you with a brand. So you're like, I can charge more.
Yeah.
So I try 10K. Hey, I get guys that are like, 10K, yes, come. Like, after 3 months, let me try 15. Oh, we saw you at a wedding. No, it's 15. They told us 10K. No, 10K was because I was doing ABC. Right. So now I start devising 2 plans for why am I increasing my fee, what's happening. And then I decide, what I'll justify my fee as is transport, outfit, and shoes. So I go, I look at shoes.
And are you breaking those down? So like if I was to come and ask you, would you come and see my gig? Are you breaking those out as a separate cost, or is it all together? You're saying
all together now plus
X
MC.
amount, it features X.
Exactly.
Okay.
So all together. Because I had not figured out if I go with a DJ, guys don't know how much DJs are paid. I can trump up the charges, pay him what he's told me he wants.
Have a make a bit on top.
Like a markup. I figured it out way later. But also I spoke to the DJs I was working with and told them, what are you comfortable with earning? So they're like 20K. I'm like, sir, I'll be charging 25. I keep 5 because it's my gig. And whenever you get a gig, charge plus 5K, you keep the 5K. So we're like, okay, they agree. But then now, back then it was, I'm looking at transport will be like 2,000. So onto 10K, add 2,000. My rent at the time was 7,000 bedsitter, Rongai, Paparichi. Shout out to Paparichi. The number of times he forgave my rent, arrears. Anyway, so now we are at 19,500. Then now I go to like shoes, Gikomba, like 1,000. I add a shirt, Evo. So by the time I was devising that plan, I'm earning 25K per wedding. And now they're like, two in a month. So I'm like, I have a clean 50 but I don't get that 50 at the end of the month. Because I'm like, they pay deposit, I'm sorting a bill, I'm sorting a rent area, I'm sorting shopping. Because now as a bachelor, you're used to eating outside. But then the distance between Sanford and Rongai, Masai Lodge, hunger imerudi. So you're getting home, you're buying more food. You're not balancing your books. So it was, yes, you can make a 50 vizuri, but after a long time.
Period in time. Okay. So in the space that you're in now, when do things change? Like if you were to look back and be like, this was the game-changing moment for my MCing career, when I was able to move to the next level and charge money that allowed me to move and all those things.
Things change in 2016 or 17 when my wife, now my girlfriend then, was invited to a wedding. What's their name? It's an influencer couple. Soila and Curtis Wamalwa.
Right.
So at that time, Soila is working for Julie Gishuru. Julie Gishuru is top. At that time, she's top of the game. I think she still is if she came back, but she's top of the game. Under Julie Gishuru is Mombindongo, Kobe, popularly known as Kobe. So I knew Kobe from back in the gospel industry scene. She used to work for, I think, K-Crew, if I'm not wrong. So we go to the wedding. At first, I'm like, you're the one who was invited. I was not invited. Because you're boyfriend and girlfriend. So I might be crashing. But she's like, no, I insist. Let me ask. So she asks. I respect my wife. My wife has guts. So she asks, do I come with? So we arrive at the reception. We didn't make it for the wedding. We arrive at the reception because we got lost. Karen. Anyway. We arrive at the reception. Immediately, the groom sees me. Tells the best man, Ndaule Kibunjah. Best man is like, natuja dance. Let me go talk to Kibunjah. So they come expecting I'll charge them. But I know them from way back when. So especially the best man who used to dance with him. So he's like, man, hatuja dance, hii wedding in a bow. So wamekaa tu chini sahi wakisimama kabla wapewe gifts. Nataka wingi hapo, acha niongee na the main MC. So he talks to the main MC. The main MC is like, oh yeah, thanks. You'll save me a bunch because I couldn't dance and you've come to save the day. We start dancing. We go around in circles. Then I'm like, let's stop and dance properly. Because when you're walking, you can't dance. We dance. I bring the couple in the midsection. So I'm in front of them. They are behind me. Who comes in front of us? Julie Gishuru and Kobe. So the bride is like, call Kobe. I knew Kobe, so it was easier to call Kobe. We dance. I think also Tintse was there. Tint is my boy from Kitambo. So I call him Tint as well. We dance. Then they're like, call Julie. I'm like, okay. Like, Julie, duande. Julie smiles. I'm like, yes, we are kondani. So we dance, myself, Soila, Curtis, Julie, Kobe, and I think Tinsy at the end. We dance in a line.
Right.
What does the video capture? Myself and Julie dancing.
Right.
Where does it end up? Wedding show. The Maisha Magic one it has just blown up because guys were tired with the Citizen one.
Right.
Citizen TV. It blows up.
Yeah.
On Facebook. It's everywhere. And now it's 50-50. Guys are happy that Julie is dancing because they're not used to her dancing in that particular setting.
Right.
Other guys are angry because it's the bride's day.
And it's...
I'm concentrating on Julie.
Right.
But they don't know the backstory was that the bride had requested.
Right.
So we dance. The video is shared. The photos are shared. I'm like, okay, send me the photos. I share them on Facebook. Then it sparks something. Guys are like, we want this MC. Amefanya Julia dance because Julie is doing the political shows on TV.
At that point
she's
in time,
MCing the top corporates. Now she's dancing. Like, hey, this guy must be very good. Something hits me. Like, Julie Gishuru. I'm more 35K now. I start charging 35K. I get 4 clients. I'm like,
but why did you limit 35? Why not get to 50 or 60?
Because I'm increasing with 10Ks and 5Ks, 10Ks and 5Ks. So 5K to 10K, then 10 to 25.
Okay.
So I'm like, chaniongezeka 10K.
Yeah.
Because now also my adaptation has been, if someone can afford 10K, they can afford 20. If I increase with 10, I'll go to the next level of guys. After 10K. So I go to 35. I get 4 bookings. I come up with a red card banner. Pathetic, but a red card.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 20. Then I think that's when it blows up. That's the moment I remember.
Yeah.
Like now, when I put my red card as 35.
Yeah.
And
that's when things changed.
Things changed.
Yeah.
Properly.
Okay.
Properly. I try move out from my bed sitter, then I'm like, hey, I need to say 35K. So I maintain my bed sitter. I'm not moving out.
And what are you doing with your money? Are you still applying the principles of your dad of every shilling?
No, now I'm spoiling because I didn't have the money. Now it's shoes, it's shirts, it's blazers, it's sherehe.
I mean, so roughly you'd be making what, 120, 130 a month?
A month.
Yeah.
Well, not a month. Bado kuna stretch.
Because there's still the deposit and whatever, but...
No, kuna stretch here.
Yeah.
First 35 and second 35.
Yes.
So it's like 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
I've not understood the seasons because the gig space is seasonal.
Yeah.
By then I had not understood.
Okay.
So I'm like, this 35, I have to stretch it. But then it's zikikuja mbili zinafuatana. I spoil that money proper.
Okay. So what are the seasons in the MCing, I guess,
in
ecosystem?
The gig space.
In the MCing ecosystem.
So season 1 is Jan to March. There's nothing much going on.
Yeah.
Nothing much going on. So until Easter. Easter now opens up the space. So Easter is we're doing gigs za Easter and then a few weddings because now schools have closed. April we pick up and then now June becomes cold, so there's not many events.
Yeah.
So you chill June, July, August, then September or August things pick up because back then holidays were in August and guys used to do weddings during holidays, so so children can be part of the lineup.
Right.
Yeah, so that was it. So now it's different because now levels have changed as well. So now it's Jan, Feb, March, it's a bit chilled. March you do, end Feb you do a few corporates. March you do 2 or 3. April weddings. May, June, July, August, mostly corporates because it's a closed financial year, open financial year, so AGMs, team buildings, etc, launches, and then now September to December social events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially you're making money. So you have what, two, 3 low seasons,
2, 3 low seasons, and then yeah.
Okay.
Then it picks up, and when it picks up proper. Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm to go back to your sort of increment, so you keep. Have you kept your increasing 10K to now?
Yeah, 10K all through until 2018.
Yeah.
2018 was another big break for me. Because 2018, back then, the biggest gigs were the Groove Awards, etc.
Right.
So I get nominated for a Groove Award Best MC of the Year. I don't win. However, something interesting happens. I get called up to do, because they used to do the awards and then tour. I get called up to hype the Groove Tour 2018 winners. I was not a winner. They replaced an MC's name with mine on the program with a pen. So that means they replaced it either on Wednesday or because we traveled on either on Friday. No, I got the call on Thursday, yes. Either they replaced it on Friday or Saturday or Sunday morning. Because when I got the program, his name was cancelled out twice and mine written in.
Right.
In a pen. I was like, so I was not part of this thing. But we're here. So I'm like, okay, let's go. We do Embu.
Yeah.
I don't think they remember, but Joy Washira gave me my biggest confidence boost at Groove Tour 2018. She came and told me, you have such a small body, but a very big voice. I pray it gets amplified in the event space. And I was like, what? Because now you know who's behind these things, who's planning.
Right.
And I'm like, you've said, I keep track of when guys feed my or compliment the work I've done. I can remember all those words because I also didn't think it would work out. You see, remember from now the tours, things, I feel like things have failed.
Right.
Yeah. So every time someone amplifies the talent or speaks to it I remember clearly. So after that, it was a huge confidence boost. Now I decide weddings in 50K. I've done Groove Awards.
Yeah.
50K. I get one. Then I revert back to my 35K. Revert back to my 35K. So after that, now I had my biggest year in 2019.
Yeah.
In 2019, by March, I had bookings between March, April, May, June. I still look at that calendar. August.
Okay.
Every weekend.
Okay.
Rora shows, weddings,
all of them.
Weddings. Yeah.
I want to break down the different kinds of gigs that I guess you can MC because there's a corporate gigs.
Yes.
There's the weddings.
Yes.
Then there's the concerts.
And then there's the what are they called? Okay, let's go with those three.
Those three. Okay. What are the highest amounts that you've been paid for individual gigs for each of these?
Highest for wedding was 120 in Diani. Highest for corporate was 250K last year. Highest for concert was 150.
150.
Yes.
Okay. I want to ask, what's the value preposition for each of those amounts? So, like, if I'm paying 120 for you to come and MC my wedding,
yes,
what do I get out of it? And I guess I want you to answer this, if you can, objectively and subjectively. So objectively as just someone who's looking for an MC, and subjectively as someone who's actually getting you as an MC.
Okay. So objectively, you're getting your program run according to how you desire, not what you've written, how you desire.
Yeah.
So especially for weddings, people are very particular about the feelings, and concerts, people are very particular about the vibe.
Yeah.
2, timekeeping. I really try and observe time.
Yeah.
I really try. Most of the time, I'm there an hour early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shiko will tell you something.
Yeah.
We're still fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm there an hour early. So that's the program will learn according to your desires. Timekeeping. And number 3, good vibes. Good vibes is meaning.
Yeah.
Subjectively, you're getting the only MC with an LLB. Come on. So, but also subjectively is I put effort in how I dress for the gigs. I put effort in how I make sure that the vibe you want is personal, not general. Yeah. Yeah. So we have a lot of meetings with our clients.
Do people usually know what they want when they're coming?
No.
For an MC?
No, that's what you propose.
Yeah.
So, because I asked them, like for corporates, I asked them, do you want an MC or a comedian? Because for the longest time, comedians have dominated the scene. And sometimes you go to a corporate and then they're like, this guy was not funny. So I'm like, hey, everything was delivered. You guys had fun. You guys danced.
Yeah.
But then you wanted a comedian and you didn't communicate.
Yeah.
So I started asking, do you want a comedian or an MC.
Yeah.
No, a fun guy. What is fun to you?
Yeah.
So as they break it down, you tell them, okay, I have had your fun. This is the fun I provide.
Yeah.
I break it down, and most of the time,
Yeah.
because now it's the legal effect.
Yeah.
You have to hear prosecutor's case
Yeah.
and then build a defense.
Yeah.
So that's my go-to.
That's your approach.
Yeah. So give me your case, lay your case and the facts.
Yeah.
I give you my defense.
Yeah.
You decide whether we are going with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the worst gig you've had?
Worst gig.
Yeah. We don't have to give us the name of whether it's the client or the wedding or the whatever. But what's the worst gig you had where you're just like, this crowd, whether it's this crowd is not responding?
Yeah. Two actually.
Yeah.
One was Uko Kuria Isibania. I was with my boy DJ Smurf Select. First of all, the guy who gave us a ride left us there, and we don't know how to come back. We have huge speakers. Anyway, details one day. I'll start my podcast. Anyway, so one side of the family, it's a wedding, refused to dance.
They refused.
And the tents were facing each other like this.
Yeah.
So this whole section, guys are seated down.
Yeah.
We are dancing with this other section.
Yeah.
So even the photos look off.
Like they just, like you said, stand up. They just
sat. And the interesting fact was, the guys who sat down knew me. They just decided we are sitting today. That broke my ego.
And what do you do in that moment?
You go with whoever is vibing with you, because you can't please everyone.
Yeah.
Whoever is vibing, we go. And then now you put in effort, and then you upload the guys who are dancing.
Yeah. But does that wreck your confidence for the rest of the program?
And then it rains. To add salt to injury, it rains heavily. So you're calling out for speeches. Everyone is like, kunanyesha bro.
Yeah.
Sifanye kitu to entertain. Yani, when we were coming back, Smurf and I were quitting. We were quitting this scene. Still lazima.
Yeah.
Then someone told us, it's just one gig. It's not like the whole year has been like that. It's just one gig.
Okay.
But
the second one?
It breaks our confidence. The second one was a corporate. The brief was wrong.
The person who gave you the brief?
Yes, the brief was wrong.
Yeah.
So the brief was, these are young guys. They like fun. So we build our whole script around
fun,
engaging. We walk in, 60-year-olds. Youngest was 60 years old.
Yeah.
Struggling there with a script that has Sheng. It was so embarrassing. Until now, I just told my DJ, you know what? Play for me Mugithi.
Yeah.
Uko sure? Like, niwekea Mugithi. Uko sure? Hii ndo hit song. Inafuatana hii.
Yeah.
Crowd shot up. Everyone. But then it was like for 10 minutes.
And then
we've chomed the whole gig to the last 10 minutes, but they still remember the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. I guess, silver linings.
Silver linings, yeah.
Okay. And also sort of get into the last thing that I'd want us to address or talk about, right?
Yeah.
And this is around, your wife is a creative, right? Big creative in the music business, comedian, I guess, satire, politics. What's it like financially for two creatives living in this very expensive economy?
The good times are really good.
Yeah.
High season is good. We even have like a whiteboard where we write our debts. This guy is owing me this much. This much. Like, hey, by the end of this, we'll have this one. Hey, holiday. But then now the bad times are really bad. The seasons.
Yeah.
Because our bread and butter fully is from the creative space.
Yeah.
Before I used to farm, but I don't anymore. Trying to get back to it maybe next year or this year, if God allows. I used COVID. So the bad times are bad because sometimes, when I owe you money, I'll not move with your convenience. I'll move with my convenience.
Yeah.
And sometimes with agencies, that's how it is. So when the seasons are low and they have your money, you're like, 6 days is over. They're like, hey, client has not released money. But then you're like, But I spoke to client and they were like, the LPO was released.
Yeah.
Like, no, you should not be speaking to client because client will tell you what they want you to believe. So you don't know who to believe.
Yeah.
So when the seasons are low, it's very tough. That's why I think I've not moved away from concerts and weddings to go fully corporate. Because corporate is you're dealing with agencies.
Yeah.
For concerts and what are they called? Weddings.
Yeah.
It's depot balance. Depot balance.
Yeah.
So weddings help us survive most times, but when the times are low, it's very, very.
So
very,
practically,
very
what does that look like? I mean, is it talking to the folks? Is it taking loans? Is it?
Thankfully, we've not gotten to loans yet.
Yeah.
It's me taking a few pay cuts and
Or
doing
taking gigs at a
lower cost
Yeah.
and doing accumulated gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's strenuous on the relationship because now you can't see me often.
Yeah.
And then number two, our economy, the gig economy, is word of mouth.
Yeah.
Who do you want, Barrack? How much did he charge you last time? 15K. And your rate card is like 25. But it's not saying, or they are not saying, that 15K guaranteed us 45 minutes of dancing and then he left. They're just saying Kibunjah was there.
Yeah.
For 15K. So you're like, hey, apana. So that's the downside.
Yeah. So how do you guys then, I guess, plan? Like, how do you guys do your budgeting? How do you do, even if it was planning for your child, what was that process like?
For the child, luckily, I had a few gigs lined up, including FX Pesa. So if the finance guy is hearing this, God bless you. So when like the funds came back to back, I cut out on most things.
Yeah.
I used to ride my bike around. I've not driven that season, second trimester into third.
Yeah.
Just saving, because bike save us a lot of fuel.
Yeah.
So it's every money is going to a car account. Interest earning.
Yeah.
Well, we discovered the interest is not that much, but interest earning.
Still,
And then now I dedicate a few gigs, like from last year. Actually, post-COVID, a few gigs, if they are back-to-back, if I look at my calendar, it's back-to-back. I decide these 3 gigs, all that money is going to money market. So it stays there until now we have an emergency, or until now we are like in a tight spot. Like, okay, let's move some chums.
Yeah.
We panga ourselves, and then now,
Yeah.
So that's how we've been able to navigate. But before it was hard. Before it was really hard, especially when we got married. I didn't have gigs because COVID has just quished. It was 2021 when we got married. It was like, hey, there's that time I went for like 3-4 months. So how we were surviving, I was selling T-shirts and hoodies with my logo on them. So and then now I built a community there. That's when I got the idea to start doing my own gigs, because I was like, I'm not being booked.
Yeah.
It's like the space is full. See, I do my own stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, creative space can be
so
can be humbling.
Engineered that car side. It also helps.
Yeah.
It also helps.
Yeah. I mean, that can be. I mean, like I said, the creative space can be very.
When it decides,
very humbling. When it decides. Okay. So I mean, looking forward now, what are the things that you're looking to potentially invest in or put your money in, or increase your income streams, I guess, for you, your family?
At the moment, I'm toying with the idea of agency, because I've seen how it works. I have experienced, not officially.
Yeah.
I'm toying with that idea, but currently what's making moves for me is event organizing.
Yeah.
So I think 2021, a friend of mine had a club along Ngong Road. She was like, hey, you guy, we met at Charlie Karumi's Rura show. Shout out to you, Charlie. You have opened doors you don't know. So we went to the club after the Rura show. Hey, we had a good time.
Yeah.
I think they had booked rooms for us. Yeah, they had booked rooms for us. So we had a grand time.
Yeah.
So this babe approaches me. She's like, I have a club. I don't know what to do with it. So come, we try.
Yeah.
We tried a gig on a Sunday, flopped. Tried another on a Thursday, flopped. Then a friend of mine we work together closely with, her name is Layo, who decides, Sylvia is like, you know that joint we went to, we tried something in it. Because we had been talking about gigs. She was with me when we were doing the gospel industry gigs back then.
Yeah.
So I asked her, why did you stop MCing? Why did you disappear from this scene?
Yeah.
We can do something together and see how it pans out. Because she's properly networked.
Yeah.
She knows a lot of people. Yani, shout out to you, Sylvia Bana. She knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a trait I envy because I don't remember names well. So we go to the joint. We decide she'll do her birthday there and we'll do board games. We do board games. We get a babe who comes and does a trivia. The trivia is lit. We ask her, what's this app? Kahoot. How do you pay for it? Monthly. Sawa. We go, we pay for our Kahoot. Next month, we put up a game night. And we have now themes for the questions. Just like a question paper.
Yeah.
So the joint is not paying. So me, I dedicate 6 months.
Yeah.
I'll go to that joint, no pay, because I'm getting into a different space now.
Yeah.
No pay. I do 6 months with no pay. But the community we build is crazy. The biggest night we had was the night before elections, 2022. Sources say we sold 1.4 million in drinks. I'm like, I don't believe it, but if we did, because the babe who was telling us was a waitress there. If we did, I'm like, wow, we have a community. So we decide, see, we charge these guys for an event. So they're already buying 1.4 million. So we do our first gig titled Memory Lane. We decide, guys come, they play childhood games as adults. And the kicker is we have bouncing castle for adults. So come relieve your stress. Ticket sales first week down.
How much are the tickets?
Tickets were 1,000. 1,500 at the gate. Just that. Nothing. Second week, nothing. So we're like, okay, let me talk to my wife. Post for us. She posts. We sell 100 tickets. We talk to a few other influencer friends. Tell them, we'll give you tickets. They post. Shout out to Georgie in Tirango. Because throughout the process, he was helping us with, this event, do this. Okay, where are we? Where have we reached? Georgie is a solid one. Solid one. So we agree with the guy for the venue. This is how the sales will go. Of course, in Nairobi, tulioshwa mosho moja. But the idea works. People make money and they start asking, when is the next one?
How many people eventually come for the gig?
A few influencers help us.
How many people eventually come?
How many people? We had 230.
Okay.
230. And we're like, okay, that's good. So we fall out with the previous guy. I get arrested, by the way, after that first gig. Some false accusations. Someone says that I've beaten them, I've stolen their phones, sexually harassed them. We go watch a CCTV. She's falling over there on the tables. So we start looking for a new venue. We come to Kiambu Road, Tanzana. I don't know who I saw at Tanzana Gardens. No, I went for a Mogithi gig at Tanzana. I was like, this place, it will work. So we end up meeting the babe at BND Kileleshwa. And we just talked to her. Her name is Angie. Angie, shout out to you, Angie. Angie tells us, first gig, free of charge. We keep food and drinks. We're like, yes, keep the food and drinks. We do the first gig. 350 people show up. Now the second memory lane. We do the third one. And then the fourth one, management, I think, changes. And Angie's like, I'm no longer handling it. So talk to management. So we pay for the venue. And then Bifita come on board. Now we have like a sponsor. We have like a 40K to do something. We make money. We are able to pay guys. At the time, we have 12 guys working with us. 12 of the 12 guys, okay, we fire a few. Then we're like now 6 or 5. So after that, now memory lane picks up like crazy. One day I'm sitting in the house, I have an idea. We move. Game night moves from the various venues. We get at Upper Westlands. We get the Craft, formerly the Craft. It was closed down. And they're like, hey, you guys, your game nights are dying. Come, we do something. We do. Hey, we sell 500K once. They're like, you guys are coming back. We come back. Then they're like, do 2 times in a month. We're like, no. The gap for 1 month and then a game night.
Yeah.
Inafanya watu wakwe na
Yeah.
FOMO.
Yeah.
So they tell me, come up with something to do at the end of the month. So I sit down, I think, we don't celebrate Kenyan music so much. So I pitch an idea. The title of the gig is Taste of KE. Let's have a taste of Kenyan music. So we do Taste of KE. We do Ogopa versus Caliph, DJ edition. The club is packed. Guys from, I think it's Bistro or something, upstairs, they hear what is happening. They finish their drinks, they come. Kuna Shona, Kuna. The sound is pathetic, but...
You were there.
Cool.
It happened. Yeah, you were upstairs and you went down. Wow.
Bistro, they come down. And then now we are donned in T-shirts.
Yeah.
My team, myself, DJ JC, are in Caliph Records T-shirts. Slyo and West the DJ are in Ugopa T-shirts. And then DJ JC goes, hey, this guy, I appreciate him up to date. His turntables, he gets a sticker written Caliph Records. Optics over the roof. Optics are crazy. So Akina Charisma come and Motoria, they had come for Memory Lane, then they had not come for a gig that has music. They come and tell us, let's do a live experience. What do? We book Alchemist. Shout out to Alchemist, they give us the venue for free. We do Ogopa versus Caliph again. Now, live experience. The place was packed. We made so much money. Me, I saw the gates like this.
Yeah.
I sat down and cried. I crowed like a baby. I crowed. So after Taste of KE, now Taste of KE stamps my event idea brain.
Yeah.
So like right now we're working on 2 more gigs because guys want a dancehall experience like how we used to go for jam session in high school. So we're working on 2 more gigs hopefully before the year ends. And yeah, so those are the things that I'm looking into.
When you're saying your ticket sales made you cry, how much money are we talking? How many purchases of tickets make you cry?
Because of KRA, 6 figures. That's only gate. We're not counting the ticket platform. That's only gate.
Yeah.
So that's what.
Yeah, in a good space. Okay. My last question. I want to ask this from a general perspective, right? There seems to be a lot of people who start out in the Christian ecosystem, whether it is MCing, whether it is as a musician, whether it is as, whatever the case is.
Yes.
And at some point, there's a transition to, I guess, what they would refer to as a more secular space.
Yeah.
Is it money driven? Is it there's not enough money in the Christian ecosystem to sustain oneself? Or what's the reason for the shift?
There's enough money in the Christian space. However, the clients, the Christians themselves, are not feeding into that economy. They'd rather buy tickets for an artist from outside. And yes, granted, they blame it on the theology of the artist is not working. But I challenge them. I raised them one up. Jesus was not conventional. Jesus was like, I'm engaging the culture.
Yeah.
What are these guys doing? It was like in Aristotle time.
Yeah.
So it's public speaking. Jesus taught in parables.
Yeah.
So if your artists are engaging the culture, support them first and then guide them into this theology, the correct theology you want.
Yeah.
So you see, most of us are like an MC. You can't be a gospel. I don't think there's a gospel. It's like saying, because these same pastors. Sorry, so pastors don't attack me. Same Christians. Okay, let's go with Christians. We'll watch football, support Mo Salah, a Muslim. But when it comes to the Muslim in their neighborhood, they want to convert them. Why are you converting them? Coexist.
Yeah.
So now the issue on that space is usually, as creatives, you can't box a creative. Ati imba gospel peke yake. And when you try to commercialize the gospel, they tell you it's ministry. No, my talent is not ministry. My talent is how I earn my food. The ministry is when I step off of stage. Nikitoka stage, how am I ministering to the person who's come to say hi to me?
Yeah.
How am I guiding this creative? How am I guiding these young people to walk the nini? So the shift happens in 2 ways. The theory part, your ministry. And then number 2, the issue is usually the money is not enough to go around. There's still one king, one vote, 1 shilling. So it's one king, they get the money, their season ends. But I'm like, for the secular space, what they call the secular space, you can exist like 7 kings and still make money because there's niches. So I'm also trying to create a niche on that gospel side to see guys who love urban gospel.
Yeah.
Just come, we hang out. That's another idea we have. It's called Flight 227.
Yeah.
So we just take you on a cruise from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Flight 227.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the transition is usually, the money is not making sense.
Yeah.
Yet that's the only thing you know.
Yeah.
And when you sing the theology they want, no one is willing to pay for it. Yeah. So you have to survive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for giving us some insight into the MCing space in this country and I guess to sort of what happens in your lived experience. I think I've definitely picked up a thing or two. I've appreciated it. Thank you for being open and vulnerable with us on Financially Incorrect. I hope you guys have learned a thing or two, or understood something new around the MCing space. And I'm sure we'll see you on our next event.
Yeah? Truly. Talk to Collins. Tell Collins I'm ready. My voice has changed, in fact.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
All right.